Happy Sunday, Glee Club. As always, I'm your host, Aidan, Crowley, and welcome back to another episode of the Sunday Special. Now, even though it's a show day, we still have a couple of announcements and call times to make sure that you are ready to go for the week ahead. On today's show, Jack Calhoun, director of the Purdue Varsity Glee Club, Bill Griffel, on his new branch of counterculture. But first, Tim with the call times.
Thank you, Aidan. Glee Club, we have two irregular call times this week. The first one is this Thursday. We are doing an Akaio Serenade. We are going to be wearing our blazer attire. We are called at some time and at some place, but we don't know either of those yet. So just stay tuned and we'll work it out. Additionally, this Saturday is the IU Purdue game. Our call time is 6:45 p.m., probably in our TA, our regular travel attire. That's the track jackets, polos, that whole deal. We don't have a location quite yet, so again, stay tuned, but it's probably going to be at Mackey. That's all we have. Back to you, Aidan.
Thank you, Tim, and now for your weekly announcements. First up, Purdue's For Me Days start this week on Monday and Friday, so make sure you're wearing that gray PMO t-shirt we got during Christmas show. Matt's merch design contest is due on Wednesday, so if you want a chance for that sweet free merch, make sure you're getting those designs into him by then. On Friday, we need to have memorized Sounds of Silence, so make sure you're looking at that this week. Ethan's Craig event is coming up, so check his email. The Ronald McDonald House Pop Tab Collection Drive is still ongoing. And finally, solo auditions for Love Can Build a Bridge, that is due on February 24th. And for It All Fades Away, that is due on March 5th. Now, back by popular demand, our very own Tim Wiper with A Plant Between Us.
Hello, and welcome back. My name is Tim. This is Between Two Ferns, but we don't have the budget for two ferns, so this is instead A Plant Between Us, a continued segment from a past Sunday special. Joining me today are
Ceci
and
Taylor.
Thank you guys so much for being on the show today. I know you guys have really busy schedules, but I needed two people who weren't best friends. Well, that doesn't bode well. Joining me today, we have Sam, the Purdue Varsity Glee Club manager, 2022 and 2023, as well as Patrick Peterson. He's the charismatic, charming, and overwhelmingly delightful soft prop from Properties. Ceci, could you just go ahead and tell us what year are you and what are you majoring in?
I'm a first year professional pharmacy student, so technically that means I'm a freshman in grad school, but I'm a senior in PMO.
So you're a freshman by credits.
No.
Taylor, you're majoring in psych and sociology, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's fascinating. So with that background, you could like really easily become a serial killer or something.
Yeah.
Great. I'm glad you thought of that. We all have. Have you ever thought about how you might like to hide a body?
No.
Are you sure?
I mean, it wouldn't be that hard.
And Sam and Patrick, have you guys ever met before?
Plenty of times, sadly.
Usually in the lounge.
Oh, okay. Can either of you guys recall your first meeting or first interaction?
What would it have been? Last year? Camp week?
Yeah.
I walked up to
Did
you
I
and said,
interact with you?
you had already shown off your ability to draw the map, so I just assumed.
Right. It was down inside me.
You said your favorite color was green.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
It is.
I just real quick was wondering if you could elaborate on something
Okay.
I found. Yeah, so this.
Oh my gosh! Is that why you requested to follow me on Instagram?
What is going on in this picture?
I'm a deer. Okay. Oh my gosh. I don't like this. Okay. Hang on. I'm just gonna. This is the funniest thing that's ever happened. How do I delete a post?
At a time were you guys aware that it would spark into the intense political rivalry that it is today?
I had a feeling. I had this radar, and I'm like, oh, liberal.
Do I just give off those vibes? Well, I don't try. Yes, anyone who knows anything about politics usually gets into arguments with me, so I figured it would happen.
Do you think that's like a personal issue, or?
Mm-hmm.
Are you sure you've never considered where to hide a body?
Dang, you caught me. I actually definitely have considered it.
So you have nothing else to say to this?
No, I don't see what's wrong with it. Except that Max isn't with us anymore.
So you admit you killed him?
Yeah, sure. I hope to hide the body.
There we go. There's that education coming into play.
If we get into a war with China, that would be bad. So,
I see. Patrick, any thoughts on a potential war with China? Or?
Obviously, a war with China would be bad for you, and you would love to see China take that superpower spot from us, wouldn't you, Sam?
take it?
Take it.
There can't be only one.
There is America.
Oh
That's
my gosh. Okay, fine. You want to just be all like, do whatever we want to China, and then they flood our skies with like literally 100 million paratroopers, which they could do because
and we have
military is
100
so
million
enormous.
missiles waiting for them.
Okay, but it's still gonna be ugly. This is all in the very complex book, Nuclear Holocaust Bad. So.
There's one more thing I want to talk to you guys about. So I made a poll and put it in a group chat. There was a total of 9 votes in this poll. That's a pretty big sample size.
Yeah, right. As a psych major, I can agree with that. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think the trauma started as a child? Or?
Yeah, it did actually.
I am uncomfortable. Now, Patrick, you are a known and very prominent Android user.
Demonstrate.
What are your thoughts on this question of Android versus Apple?
Sam's right. Apple is faster than everybody else in the entire technological economy at stealing other people's ideas. I remember back in, what was it?
I'm sorry. Which company had to pay Apple like over $100 billion in punitive damages because they stole their ideas?
That's just
Samsung.
That's just because Apple owns the American economy and judicial process, but we're not going to go into that.
Is there anything else you guys want to talk about or?
I would just say
It also wasn't just an American company.
back with the iPhone X. You remember the iPhone X?
That's the iPhone 10.
Oh, I'm sorry. They're all pretentious and they skipped 9. But you remember that?
Did Samsung go from 10 to 20?
You remember how they were all like, oh my god, it's so cool. You can unlock it with your face now.
Sorry.
This is an expensive between us.
Okay, sorry, Clint.
It is real.
Yeah, I can see that. Is it? I
I think it is.
Is it real?
My Motorola phone from 2014 can do that.
Really? It had Face ID as fast?
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
No, it did not.
Yes.
I'm sorry. Also,
More fast.
no, also in
More
comparison.
fast.
Thank you guys so much for being willing to participate in this interview. I know I had a great time. I hope you guys did too. Bye.
Bye.
Hey,
You can't compare
Hey,
Face
you
ID
remember-
on like your Moto X to
you
the
remember,
iPhone
you remember
10.
that actually it was a Moto Droid Max
Okay, well,
Okay.
whatever.
by Verizon.
Wait a second, you're making fun of Apple for the iPhone, skipping the iPhone 9. Can we figure out any sort of logical Android naming convention for like their phones or operating
Well, that's the
systems?
thing. They don't need to because they are the phone of freedom. If you want a phone that does.
And that's all the time we have. Thank you so much for tuning in. Hope you had a great show today. Make sure you're getting some rest this week, and we'll see you next Sunday.